All right, welcome to Picksville, Bet99, and the Parlay Population. Sean, Albert, and Rob, as we get ready for a big week 3 in the NFL. What did you guys think about last week? How'd you guys do?
How'd you do, Sean?
No, I mean, on your show, I did bad because we only give out 2 picks, but I did pretty good overall. I think when we did this show, we talked about a few different games, and I think I did pretty well. I'd have to go back and check the tape.
We remember that.
Yeah, and a lot of the favorites did well. I'd have to go back and look at the tape, so I'll let you know.
Square picks do it every once in a while. I like to see that.
Sometimes that's just the way you got to go. I don't remember my picks from this show, to be honest. I know it definitely took the Ravens money line. That was my big pick last week.
Yeah, and you also took the Patriots, too.
I did take the Patriots.
Yeah.
No bueno. I had a bet on the Broncos. I don't know why. So my survivor pick, all week, I had the Giants to beat the Cardinals. That looked scary in the first half. They were down 20-zip and came back. Daniel Jones did his thing.
Yeah.
I switched it on Saturday at like 3 p.m. before leaving for a wedding. I rushed the pick. I took the Broncos. I'm like, it's in Denver. It's on Sunday. It's a beautiful day. Russ and Payne, they're not going to lose. They're not going to lose to the Commanders at home.
That is wild. I cannot believe you picked the Broncos.
I know. And then Russ throws a Hail Mary. They get into the end zone. 2-point conversion they need to tie the game, go to overtime. Some guy is giving me an ear beating at this party that I'm at, and I have one eye on the thing, and I see the 2-point conversion doesn't go through. Heart's broken, out of Survivor. But at least I hit the Ravens. But listen, do not bet the Broncos. Absolute disaster. I'm sure we'll get into it. But God.
You said you're a Broncos fan. We're going to get on. That's our first game on the list. You said if you think the Broncos can beat anyone by 4 points, that's crazy, and you're a fan.
Yeah, no, they're awful. They are.
Russ is actually. I picked him up in fantasy because I had Aaron Rodgers, so then I had Brock Purdy and Matthew Stafford, and now I have Russell. He's not in my lineup yet. He's just there in case he has a couple more weeks because his numbers for fantasy are fine.
If the Broncos lose this week, I think he loses his job.
How do you?
You think they brought in Jarrett Stidham to bring him in just in case Russ gets hurt? You think they paid that money for Stidham?
So much money.
I think that's Peyton saying, if it doesn't work with Russ, we're going to this guy.
I mean, you can't give up 35 points to the Washington Commanders.
True.
You let Sam Howell throw for 300 yards.
But who's taking the heat, though, right? It's Peyton and Wilson.
The defense should take the heat for that.
I know, but who is taking the heat is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it doesn't matter. The expectations to me were pretty low for this team. So
yeah, true.
Again, you can't bench a $290 million player. I don't see it happening. I know Sean Payton says that Russ has to hold himself accountable, and I think he should too, but I just don't see them putting in Stidham unless Wilson gets hurt.
Well, it doesn't look any. Sorry, go ahead.
Pastor Payton's taking some heat too.
He should.
Comments?
He should.
About Nathaniel Hackett, worst coaching job of all time. Look what's going on here.
Still having the same problems.
So he's going to pin it on Wilson. Well, I'm telling you, Stidham starts next week.
You're talking. Well,
he might even come in the game halfway.
It's -6.5. We'll get right into -6.5 here for the Dolphins, who have looked amazing.
Yeah, look pretty good.
Bet99 has Tua as the favorite to win the MVP this year. Now that is, of course, if he stays healthy. Plus 550. They're also the slight favorite to win the East, plus 100 over Buffalo, plus 125. Everything looks great. It's 2 games, but here is an opportunity, to really take down a team, as we just talked about, that is struggling, Sean. And but 6.5 is a lot of points.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I sat here a lot, picked a lot of favorites last week. I'm going to continue that trend. Again, prove to me that you can stop this Dolphins offense before I get off the Dolphins wagon, because to me, this isn't enough points. This should be 8.5, 10. Again, the Denver defense isn't as bad as I think they showed against the Commanders last week. But the offense hasn't really moved the ball, and the Dolphins defense has been pretty good too. So not only do you have to deal with the offense, but the defense has been good too. So I think they win this easily by more than a touchdown. I think it's Dolphins all day for me here.
Yeah, I'm with him too. You got to ride the Dolphins as long as you can. I just talked about the Broncos, how bad they are. I think the number is right, 6.5. If it got to 7, I'd probably still play it. 7.5 with the hook. I don't know. I think they cover by
Tua could throw for 400 plus yards.
True, I know, but you got to remember the backdoor cover, right? It's always there. It really is, right. Especially with look what Russ did at the end of the game. He had no business throwing that thing.
I don't know. The Dolphins could score 42 points here. Then I don't think the Denver could keep up.
Yeah, I know. Maybe what the hell am I talking about?
Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson, best wide receiver in the NFL.
Right now, Tyreek Hill.
You think so?
This season for sure.
Yeah, I mean, going off the first couple of weeks, it's been Tyreek Hill, but I still think it's Jefferson. It's close. It's 1A, 1B, but
that is the correct answer. being Alex Trebek. That is correct.
What's the correct answer?
Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
But I do like Tyreek Hill's unbelievable. But he has been. It's recency bias. Yeah, he's playing better. But I mean, look also like just Justin Jefferson's getting thrown the ball by Kirk Cousins. And
There's nothing wrong
so
with
good.
Kirk Cousins.
All right,
He's
the
fine.
Patriots
He's gonna play
against
for
the
the
Jets. Pardon?
He's going to play for the Jets.
Who Cousins?
I think so.
This year?
Why not?
Because the Vikings aren't punting on the year.
They should.
Well, I
You
don't
watch
know.
them play.
The Patriots. I feel bad for. Should we go to the Jets here? I feel bad for Jets fans because they've been destroyed by the Patriots basically, except for like one season when was it? Who was the guy who said "Can't wait"? That guy.
I'm not sure. Can't
In the
wait.
interview.
Can't wait.
Bart.
Oh, Bart Scott?
Is it Bart Scott?
Bart Gunn?
No, it's Billy Gunn.
No,
I-
Bart Gunn is his brother.
Yeah. Anyway, so so 1 year in the last 25 years where like the Jets were like better than the Patriots, and they were going to be the favorites at home against the Patriots.
Right.
Now without Rodgers, they are 2.5 point dog at home against Mac Jones and the Patriots. Albert.
I mean, they've lost 14 in a row, right? Sauce Gardner said he lost 2 in a row to the Patriots. I actually think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a defensive battle. 2 really good defenses. Do you really trust Mac Jones to torch that defense? Do you trust Wilson to torch the other defense? Not really. I feel like this is like a 9-6 for the Patriots. I really do.
Could be.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Jets win.
It's going to be a baseball
Honestly.
game, basically.
Huh?
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of running.
Yeah. 9-6.
I'm with Albert on it being a low scoring game. Maybe not that low scoring. Give me the Jets. I know I'm taking a dog here. I think they can win this game. I don't trust either quarterback really. I trust Mac Jones more than I trust Zach Wilson, but this comes down to like Mostert ran a lot, like for 120 yards on the Patriots last week.
Yeah.
If they give Breece Hall more than 4 carries, last week Zach Wilson led the Jets in carries. Like that can't happen. You have to limit his throwing ability because he was awful last week against the Cowboys, 170 yards, and like 65 of those came after the catch from a brilliant run by Garrett Wilson. Man, I know it's tough, but give me the Jets because I trust both these defenses. But something tells me Jets here, and I'm just going to go with it.
Patriots.
I just realized I'm going to be with Barney on Sunday.
Oh,
I
nice.
have to watch this game.
Yeah.
God.
It's not going to be that bad.
9-6.
He's got to have more than one screen going.
Not with the Jets are on.
Well, you better bring a laptop. My friend.
I'm gonna need something.
You
something
need
else.
red zone going.
Yeah.
Like this is not like this isn't a focus and watch. I understand why Barney's gonna do it.
Yeah.
But no, you can't. I can't just sit down and watch. Like it was like watching.
It's unwatchable. It's unwatchable
That Brown
football.
Steelers debacle from Monday night. Woof. Or even the Saints Panthers
I
double.
will-
Oh, that game was
The
brutal.
Saints Panthers.
Yeah.
Was way worse. That game is what. If I get that game, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
That good of a game against it. Yeah. Oh well, what are you gonna do? The Jets and I'll go with the Jets because I'm with Barney. I got no choice, so I'll go with the Jets. The over under 36.5.
Hold on, don't just go with the Jets because of Barney.
No, I actually
What's
think
your real pick?
I think the Jets are an unbelievable defensive team. I don't think the Patriots are going to score any points.
So what's your pick?
Jets.
Really?
Jets. Jets. I actually just think that 36.5 under is the play.
I told you the final score.
Yeah.
There could be 2 pick sixes in that game though. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
good call, actually.
I'd lean under too. But
Under
keep digging.
the number.
Under
The Cowboys minus 12.5 on the road to the Cardinals.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk about Parsons being the NFL MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen
What the
some,
hell are we talking about here?
Why?
What do you mean why?
He's good.
I've seen
MVP.
some
Okay, is he the best defensive player in the league? Definitively. Is he better than TJ Watt, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett?
This is,
No, there's a conversation to be had.
I think
right?
he is,
So if you're not
but-
the best player on defense, and I love Parsons, how can you be the best player in the NFL? If you're going non-quarterback, you're looking at one guy, Christian McCaffrey. Other than that, there's no defensive player going to win it. And I know Parsons gets compared to LT, and that holds a lot. But let's be real. We need to chill with this Parsons MVP.
again, this is like typical NFL media is like overreaction over a couple of weeks.
Sure. And I
That's-
love Parsons, by the way. I
No, no.
love this Dallas defense, but listen, he's not the MVP.
Yeah, no, it's not even only that. Like, does he have the capability of doing so? Yes. But I would wait to talk about that narrative until we're about 10 weeks into the season because, you know what I mean? Like, he'll be good for the next few weeks and stuff. And I'm not debating that he's a fantastic player, but to me right now, Tua is the MVP. If you were to end the season today, it would be Tua for me.
It's 2 games.
Yeah, I'm saying if you end the season today, that's what I'm saying.
That's insane. That's great. Like right behind him is Baker Mayfield probably or something like that.
Dude, Baker Mayfield has been really good, dude.
That's why I just said he's technically the second in the MVP voting after 2 weeks.
He's been the best QB on third downs. He's like 20 for 23. The guy doesn't give up the ball. Mm-hmm. Watch out for this Bucs team, by the way.
Yeah. They have great receivers. Godwin looks good.
Baker
Evans is
Mayfield
unreal.
Looks really good. He looks scary good.
Who's the number 1 overall pick? He should be okay, right?
Well,
he should be okay.
He hasn't been.
I know he got he got the kiss of death from the Browns. You go play there.
Browns. Good luck with that. You can't play for the Browns. That sucks.
Kareem Hunt's gonna play for the Browns again.
Yes.
Shout out Kareem Hunt.
But yeah, back to the game.
Oh yeah, sorry. What game?
12.5 points for the Cowboys.
Where are you going with there, Jimmy the Craig?
Oh, love me the Cowboys here. The Cardinals.
That's a big number, brother.
I don't care. Like we've seen 2 blowouts by this Dallas Cowboys team, and now they're playing the Cardinals, who are touted to be one of the worst, if not the worst team in the league. And that was with Clayton Tune, and they weren't expecting Josh Dobbs as a quarterback, and that's fine. But you can see how easy it is to score on that Cardinals team. The Giants came back from down 23-0, I think, in the third quarter. They're not even going to have a sniff of a lead in this game. I think it's just another Dallas Cowboys slaughter from the outset. I think they could win this game by 20 or more points.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. How do you argue with any of that?
No, you can't.
I'll go Cowboys as well. You know what? Tony Pollard's going to go bananas.
You know what's amazing about the Cardinals is they took, Josh Rosen, gave him half a season. Then we're like, oh, crap, we got the first overall pick. Let's take Kyler Murray. And they are going to select Caleb Williams in the first overall next year.
Not unless the Bears beat them to it.
No, they can't.
The Bears are bad.
The Bears are bad, but I think they're better than the Cardinals.
Justin Fields just threw his coach under the bus.
Yeah,
I know, but they got to win 4 games. I think the Cardinals win 1 game if they're lucky.
Kyler will be back.
But my point is, you're going to have gone through it was a top 10 pick in Rosen. They just punted on him. Fine, you thought Kyler Murray was going to be.
I don't think they're going to let Kyler come back and play. I think they trade him.
They didn't even put him on the IR.
Yeah, honestly, I think they trade him because if he comes back, he's going to want to win. Obviously, I mean, maybe. I mean, we don't know. That's the truth. I mean, the guy doesn't study the playbook. But
I mean, they tried to win last week. Didn't work out for them.
Well, they try.
Cowboys minus 12.5. That's the play for sure.
That's a big number. I hate laying that.
Doesn't matter.
God,
doesn't matter. You could have put any number down. I probably would have taken the Cowboys.
39.5.
Those are my favorite lines in college football when it's like minus 45.5 with the over-under is like 48.
Yeah.
Well, 48 because it's like basically is the other team going to score a touchdown? That's the only question.
Well, Colorado Buffaloes, they were minus 23.5 against Colorado State.
Yeah.
I don't watch college football that much, but that's a big number. Went to overtime.
Most watched late college football game ever, and the 5th most watched game of all time.
I never watched college football.
Prime time, baby.
Yeah, prime time.
He does it. Brings in the numbers. Monday night. By the way, did you like the song or not?
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
Stapleton's great. Yeah. He sounds like
Phil. Should have gone Phil. I know they can't because he's.
I can feel it.
Yeah, it's great.
Tonight.
Philadelphia minus 4.5 against the Bucs. Actually, that's a low number. Bucs will look good. We just talked about Baker Mayfield. We talked about the receiving core, but the Eagles here. This is a Super Bowl or bust team. I mean, if you think about it, you get the 3 points at home. So really, on a neutral field, the Eagles would be minus 7.5. Are they a touchdown better than the Bucs? I think so. But 4.5 is a decent number. I think they win this game pretty easily.
I think this number opened at 6.5.
Yeah.
And now it's come down, obviously. Everything I just said about Baker Mayfield, I love him. I mean, if you have a good quarterback who doesn't turn over the ball and makes clutch plays on third down, 20 for 23, no one's even close to that. If it was still at 6.5, I would take it. But 4.5, I think is too short. I think the Eagles win by a touchdown.
This is the one game I'm waffling on a little bit.
Waffling?
I think I got to roll with the Eagles too. I think again they have a lot of skilled players on both sides of the ball. They've just dealt with a lot of injuries on defense, and again when you're playing with a wide receiver core like with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin there, I think that the Bucs could keep it close, maybe a backdoor cover. But I'm gonna roll with the Eagles. Just again, it's too few points. I think the Eagles can pressure Baker into making some mistakes. So I'm going to roll with the Eagles here.
Rams, Bengals. Do you like 2 Monday Nighters, by the way?
No.
I like it when it's more spread out because, again, I don't care about my bedtime. Like, I'll stay up until 1 a.m. to finish watching the games. But when there's an hour difference, it's tough for, you know what I mean? I want to be in tune to both games. So I had to pick a game last week. I picked the Browns Steelers, obviously. But yeah, I prefer it that way. I think, you know, again, the NFL is just going to try this and see what works. I think there's like 9 more of these this year and see if it works for their data and if they get the viewers. Because I know next season there's going to be a lot of void space with the writer's strike. So it's worth trying. So yeah, I'm a fan. The more football, the better.
One game, man. That's all we need. Enough with this.
And like, do we really need like 8 games at 1 p.m. on Sunday, or 7 games at 1 p.m. on Mondays or Sundays? Fine, right? So that leaves that extra Monday nighter. That extra 1 p.m. game doesn't mean anything to me because it's just going to be on Red Zone anyway.
But Red Zone fixes everything, right? You can have as many games as you want.
Yeah.
You're bouncing around like that. It's great.
Two things. I love you, Sean, because you called it your bedtime. Not like when I go to sleep or when I crash, you called it your bedtime, which is fantastic. Yeah. And number 2, I liked it when it's 7:15 to 10:15.
Yeah.
Because like I agree, my bedtime is irrelevant, and so I would stay up till 1:30 and watch the game, or some of these games are longer, But like the 7 and 8 last week, I could have done with no games because they were both terrible. But these are 2 decent games. Like the Eagles Bucks gonna be great. Hopefully Joe Burrow's healthy and he can move the ball, and Matt Stafford's gonna be gunslinging as well. The over under is only 43.5. I like the over in that game. I'd like to watch both these games. So they were kind of doing split screen too. Did you like that at all?
No.
Oh yeah, no. The live looking was. It was so sporadic.
Was it your show that I was watching where you were talking about picture in picture?
Yeah. What was I doing the picture in picture for? Oh, I had the Jays game on and
and Sunday night or something.
Sunday,
no, I don't know. Thursday, it would have been a Thursday night because it was Jays
Thursday
don't
night,
play.
yeah.
Sunday.
Oh yeah, it was a Vikings game.
And your answer was no one uses it anymore, right?
Yeah.
No, Justin was like, "Oh, I didn't realize people still had picture in picture." And I'm like,
that's
not
right.
on the TV, on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be watching this Rams Bengals game over the Eagles Bucks game. I think there's just a few more interesting storylines there.
Bengals got problems.
Bengals do have problems. I'm
schedule.
very curious, again, as a fan of the AFC, where this Bengals team shakes out. And obviously, to me, the Rams have overachieved what everybody thought they were going to do this year, too, with Puka Nacua and Tutu Atwell. Cam Akers a healthy scratch, and see where he's going to end up now that there's all these running back injuries. He could end up with the Ravens, who just signed Kenyon Drake, so maybe not. The Browns just signed Kareem Hunt, so maybe not. But they got to find a suitor for Cam Akers. He's a good young back who has apparently a lot of issues. This game is very interesting to me. I think if Joe Burrow is healthy, I don't see why the Bengals don't just come out here
easily cover
and wax the Rams.
But
so
he has to be healthy.
He has to be healthy. He hasn't been, but I'm still going to lean Bengals. They're at home. Yeah, it's a weird game. It's a weird game.
I can't trust the Bengals. I was just looking at their schedule because Burrow's clearly not healthy.
Yeah, they got the first place schedule, right?
So they got the Rams, obviously. At the Titans, tough game. At the Cardinals, we kind of know how that's going to go, more or less. Seahawks, then a bye, then 49ers, Bills, Texans, Ravens, Steelers, Jags. If he's not 100%, and I said this before, if Burrow doesn't play for this Bengals team, I don't see them winning more than 4 games. And with
4?
That, of course. Well, who else? Who's going to throw to those guys?
Who's going to throw? It's a good question. But they have
or something.
They have
Jake
great,
Browning, but who's going to throw? Seriously.
They
And
can fine.
there's a rumor that Browning was going to start too. I don't know where that's going to end up.
I'm telling you, he's not 100%.
That'll obviously change my pick, by the way. If Browning's playing, I'm on
to
the
me,
Rams.
this is a stay away.
What Super Bowl did these guys play in? It was like 3 years ago. I can't remember the number, though. Anyway, it's a repeat of that. And look where these two teams are. One of the teams literally sold their soul to win the Super Bowl, which I'm totally fine with. And they did. And the other team, you thought, that's just the beginning. And here they are. I mean, granted, they've had some nice playoff runs and everything, but you're right. If Burrow doesn't put it together, now that he's getting paid too, you're not going to be able to keep Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, all these guys all around. And then your defense, your offensive line, when you start to pay a guy $45, $50 million. So your window, I think, closes much quicker now. And their window might be closing even quicker. I mean, we just saw Mahomes had to redo his contract as well to try and
get paid.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I don't feel sorry for him or anything like that, but he's making sure he's getting all this guaranteed money. But he is leaving some money on the table to try and keep this window around.
Yeah, Burrow said that he believes the Super Bowl window is around for his entire career. But at certain points, like different seasons, that window is going to shrink.
Yeah, how long is Chase and Higgins going to be there?
It's true. And the thing is, I think not having a proper camp is hurting him. Because he's still relatively new to the NFL.
Do you put Burrow on the bench next to Russell Wilson?
No, you only bench Burrow if he's injured.
Why not? They're both $290 million players.
No, you bench Russ because I just don't think he has it anymore.
He doesn't, but
right?
I just wanted.
Yeah, Russ, he won and he got his ring.
I heard on the radio the other day about Russ that I thought was a pretty good kind of explanation for what's going on with him. Is that he has apparently never been one to read his progression very well. I think it was Luke Wilson who was talking about it. Never reads his progression very well. He just kind of was like my first option, maybe my second option, and then take off. And he can't take off anymore. So now he has to be Peyton Manning back there with understanding the offense and he either can't or hasn't been able to figure that out yet. Because he doesn't have the foot speed like he used to have. So it makes sense.
And he lost it,
I don't want to bring up sad memories for me, but that when they signed that extension, like I was okay with trading for him. Again, you kind of had to do something if you were the Broncos. So like I was glad that they got him just to see what he had. Again, a former Super Bowl champion, had a good record as a quarterback. But when they signed him to an extra 5 years or whatever, I was like, what are you doing? It was honestly one of the worst contracts I've ever seen.
Would you rather
next to the Deshaun Watson contract?
Would you rather have Russell Wilson or Cooper Rush?
I haven't seen enough from Rush yet. But
I believe that's a question you didn't answer in 1 second. That is ridiculous.
I can't believe you paused.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's where this is at.
What do you think you're gonna see from Cooper Rush?
Cooper Rush is the ATS god. That's why I want him back.
Like he's a very okay quarterback, but
Yeah.
Russ, I don't know.
Russ still has something.
This is the state of Russ.
That's what I mean. Like I can't
that's the
believe
name of the show today,
you're
State of
like
Rush.
you wouldn't be like obviously Russ. Like that should be the answer. Like that.
It was not.
But
it's not.
Clearly. All right. First game of the week. The 49ers, the Giants, minus 10.5. That's a lot of points. My lose with dignity of the play of the week will be coming in this. Because the Giants, look, we overreacted on the first day. Look, so Danny Dimes has played 2 good quarters of football. He's had a game and a half of terrible football. I'm hoping that trend continues and a little backdoor cover. Down 14, get a touchdown late.
Do you know what this 49ers team is going to do here? And it's likely Saquon Barkley doesn't play. Even if they had 5 Saquon Barkleys, it wouldn't matter. The Niners have the best team, one of the best defenses. The offense is it is unstoppable. They'll run it down your throat. They'll throw it 40, 50 yards down the field. Purdy will be, 50%, 60%. I just don't see it happening. They gave up 20 points. The Giants gave up 20 points in the first half to the Cardinals. That's all you need to hear.
Yeah, I'm on the 49ers.
I'm surprised this number isn't bigger than the Cowboys number.
I think it opened up at 9.5, maybe 8.5, maybe when they thought maybe Barkley had a chance. I'm with you. I think again, this 49ers team to me
they just beat the Rams by 7 on the craziest cover you've ever seen in your life. Let's kick a field goal with 3 seconds left for no reason.
But for me, you have a quarterback in Matt Stafford that A is like the backdoor king. And B, I can rely on him to find receivers and throw you back into the game. Yeah, I don't see that with Daniel Jones, and for that reason, I think this could be a 2-touchdown, 3-touchdown game. I think that the Giants fall behind early again, similar to what I said about the Cardinals. I think the Cowboys and the 49ers are just that much better than almost every team in the NFC. And I think, again, that's my NFC championship matchup, Cowboys, 49ers. Mm-hmm. And I love the 49ers here. Again, it's a big number. I'm laying a couple big numbers this week. But top 3 defense, top 3 offense in the league, I think, on both sides of the ball. And I just don't see the Giants keeping up.
McCaffrey's going to rush for 152.
I hope so. He's on my fantasy team. I hope so. But
he's going to kill them.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's going to happen. You hope so, but you're taking the Giants.
Should I? Yeah, because it's 50-40.
Yeah, right, dude. There's no chance.
How many Giants do you have on your fantasy team?
0. So let me ask you this question then. Fantasy start. Would you start Purdy, Stafford, or Wilson?
Purdy.
What are you going with?
You're not starting Wilson.
No, it's Stafford. I think I'm going to go Stafford just because, again, I think the Bengals defense hasn't showed us much. And the 2 young receivers there in Atwell and Nakua have been great. Higbee has not been good for the Rams, but Kyron Williams has been great too. So, Yeah, I would lean Stafford, but I think Purdy's a great play. I think both of those teams could score upwards of like 30 points, 20, 28, 30 points.
So which one's it going to be, bro?
Stafford.
You're waffling.
Stafford.
Oh, you're going with the staff man.
Yeah. I like
And
both, though.
How excited would you be for a team that had those 3 quarterbacks as options on their squad?
I mean, Kupp will be back. I think Stafford is good, and I think Brock Purdy.
You're just supposed to say trash because it's my team, and I'm asking you.
No.
I'm going with Stafford anyway. I agree with
I
you.
have Stafford on
But
a team,
the only
too.
reason I'm going with Stafford instead of Purdy, because I actually Purdy might have a good game, is because I have McCaffrey. So if McCaffrey has a good game, then Purdy probably doesn't have a good game, right? Unless he throws screeners all day.
He might. That's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, he could throw screeners all day. All right,
The gut.
Russell Wilson it is.
Oh, yeah, the dignity play? I don't even have one because I don't like anything on the board this week.
I like a couple of dogs.
All right, give me a dog.
But some of them don't really fit the lose with
You
dignity.
barking over there?
Give me the Texans +9.
That was mine, too. Yeah.
Texans against.
the
Colts.
Jags.
Oh, yeah, the Jags.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
the Jags are tough.
That's a horrible pick.
What about the Bears and Chiefs? You don't think the Bears can keep the
No.
Chiefs having the offense looks crap?
Yeah, but another week of a healthier Travis Kelce. The Bears, haven't been good this year, and I think you have a coach that can game plan for somebody like Justin Fields who can't throw the ball very well. So,
All right.
yeah, no. Again, I like.
Sorry, go ahead.
I like a lot of the big spreads this week. Again, I think you see sometimes that the cream rises to the top because I like cliches, and I think that a lot of the great elite NFL teams cover this week.
I'm changing mine.
Oh, okay.
I don't trust the Texans. This is probably even a worse pick. Commanders +6.5.
Oh, against the Bills.
It's the Bills.
Again, I really like the Bills. Again,
But this is the what's it called?
The
Lose
lose
with
with
dignity.
dignity,
Lose with dignity.
play of the week.
Yeah.
I trust in Sam Howell.
I like Sam Howell.
So,
slamming
I'm just
Sammy
saying.
Howell.
Commanders +6.5.
6.5. That's it. I thought it was like 9.5.
Yeah, they're home. They're at home. I'll stay with the Texans. I like a shorter dog. I like the Titans, but that's only 3.5, so it doesn't really fall into this category. But if I was to pick a dog to win outright this week, it would be the Titans.
Tighten up. I went for the bachelor party in Nashville, and that was what we yelled the whole time because we went to a Titans game, and their thing is tighten up. Got to tighten up. That was our
Tighten
thing.
up too. Gotta hit the
The Houston Football Texans. That's who you're going with. I'm going with the New York Football Giants, and you're going with the Washington Football Club.
Commanders.
Commanders now. Yeah, they'll probably change that name again.
No, I think
Nah.
they're stuck with the Comanche.
They should have kept it.
Just call them
they should have kept it
Washington.
the Washington Football Team. I did like that. Like that football club would have been better. Like like soccer.
But it's not. Commanders. Let's go, Commanders. Cover.
Washington FC.
Cover.
Come on down to Picksville, where we send you winners.
That's right. Winners, winners, winners all the time. Well, that was Picksville. Thank you, Sean. And that'll be it for this
Stealing your
week.
thunder, man.
No, that's okay. No problem. And we will have a good Sunday, and we'll be back next week here in Picksville.